My name is Lauren Peach. I am a personal injury attorney in San Francisco. Our firm specifically handles traffic accident cases. After our cases are over, we like to send our clients thank you gifts, usually like riding gear or something similar. My question for you is, can you suggest any gadgets or wearable tech that could dub as a safety feature or a security feature for our motorcycle and bicycle rider clients?
Okay, great question, and a great backdoor growth hack. Obviously, you're a personal injury attorney. You've got a free commercial on This Week in Startups. I'm sure that wasn't the intent, but boy, is this town unsafe for pedestrians because pedestrians are walking around, not your clients, but looking at their phones. I almost ran into somebody who was literally walking across the street against a light, looking at their iPhone. But cars killing people, pedestrians getting killed, cars running into each other is a phenomenon that's going to end in our lifetime. This will be one of the great contributions of technology and the technology industry and algorithms and a lot of things coming together, including mobile phones, sensors, primarily, networks. We're going to see the end of automobile deaths in our lifetime, which is going to be quite mind-blowing to eradicate something that's so pervasive in our society, and injuries too. And it's being attacked on all fronts. Specifically, there's a pretty cool piece of technology called the Hammerhead, which I'm just pulling up on my screen here, so they'll play the video for you. But it's very simple. I mean, the product is elegant, and you put it on a bike, and instead of having to use your phone on your bicycle, it just tells you make a left, make a right turn with a nice LED indicator. So really brilliant piece of technology, super simple. It's called Hammerhead, hammerhead.io. Easy to install, cheap, and these kind of things will probably save people from having to take their phone out. I literally see people in San Francisco, it's crazy, on their phone while riding a bicycle. That's just dumb. But if they're doing it to look at maps, it's somewhat understandable to have that, and this is a much easier device where you can glance at it. And that's really one of the technologies and one of the behavioral things that I see a lot of startups working on is what's glanceable. There is a whole series of distraction levels, like 1, 2, 3, and 4, that different government agencies use. And when you're at that level 4 where you're actually texting somebody or writing an email, that's just unconscionable to do something like that. But then there's these ones that are between levels 1, 2, and 3, which is, changing the radio station, looking at your GPS, and maybe typing in 3 or 4 characters to look up an album or on your Rhapsody or Spotify. And these are the things that have to change real quick. Lumos is a really next generation bicycle helmet with a lot of LEDs in it. You can check that out, lumoshelmet.co. They did a really successful Kickstarter. It's got LEDs and all the things you can imagine to help you, people seeing you. But the most interesting one is going to be Scully, which we will have at the Launch Mobile event, actually, and that's going to be taking place here in San Francisco, launchmw.com. And this is really mind-blowing. I mean, basically letting the motorcycle driver see behind them, right? And so they have a little heads-up display, so while they're driving in front of them, they can see behind them, plus they know what speed they're doing, plus they can take a call, plus they can get GPS. So it makes it really, elegant for a motorcyclist to not have to look behind them and to get an indication of what's going on. Now, the really interesting thing is when these things will combine and all the cars on the road will know where each other are, and that's coming very soon, relatively speaking. There's going to be phase 1 is going to be, hey, the cars and the motorcycles know there's something next to them or in front of them and behind them. We're seeing that in the Tesla cars already. You're seeing it in some of the Volvos, I suppose, adaptive cruise control. The next phase is if these cars know there's something left or right or in front or behind, do they automatically brake? Very few cars do automatic braking, but that's coming. So this idea of there's no reason for there ever to be a fender bender. It's so stupid that we have fender benders at this day and age. It's just car companies are so incompetent that it takes somebody like Elon Musk and Tesla Motors to kick them in the ass and say, duh, this is standard equipment. We're going to stop before we hit the car in front of us. These people in these car companies are absolutely loathsome people because they fought against having harness belts, and they fought against airbags, and now they won't even do the simple stuff like not crash into the car in front of you because they're just too stupid and greedy to put in these sensors, which actually don't cost that much. So great question. And you're going to be basically this attorney who's, one of these ambulance chasing attorneys, as we say. I don't mean that in a derogatory way, just a realistic way. You're going to need to find a new line of work, I believe, in 10 years. I hate to be controversial, but you're going to need to have a little bit of a pivot soon, because you're going to be suing Google for self-driving cars slowing everybody down the road. The cars are going to stop crashing into each people. The idea of a car crashing into a person is going to be the equivalent of, like, I don't know, a person, getting thrown through the front windshield today, which is, if a person got thrown through the front windshield today, you'd be like, why weren't they wearing a seatbelt? What happened? Their airbag malfunctioned. People don't die from getting ejected from the car anymore unless they really try. So good luck with your firm, and congratulations to humanity. We're going to save a lot of lives, which is awesome. Great question. Hey everybody, thanks again for listening to this Ask Jason episode, brought to you by our friends at Pivotal. You can go see them at pivotal.io and at Pivotal on Twitter. They do a great job working with companies to build some of the most elite and awesome apps in the world. A lot of my good friends work over there, just super smart people. And we have a really deep, long-standing, multi-year relationship with them to put on conferences that help founders learn more about emerging topics. And Launch Mobile is happening for the second time. We call it Launch Mobile Wearables and IoT, Internet of Things. And we're doing that in conjunction with our friends at Pivotal. My friend Sandeep over there, Sunny, and I are co-hosting, along with Peter Rojas, the founder of Gizmodo and Engadget. So the three of us are really looking for the things that capture our attention with our editorial team and getting them on stage so we can ask them the hard questions and really think about the future of wearables, the Internet of Things, mobile. It's really changing everything in the world, because the 7 billion people on the planet, more than half of them are going to skip the desktop revolution and go directly to mobile. It's a really, really amazing sea change, paradigm change, and it's going to be huge for entrepreneurs. San Francisco, October 15th and 16th, founders come free to all my events. That's one of the things we're really committed to, is getting founders into these events for free. Why? Because when I was coming up as a kid from Brooklyn, nobody let me in their goddamn events. I was bitter about it. I always wondered what it was like in there when the elite people were drinking the champagne and why they didn't let me into their events. And I said, if I ever make it, I'm going to change the game. I'm going to let the up-and-comers into my event for free. I'm going to have the cool kids, the up-and-comers, the outsiders, the awkward ones. You know why? Because I was the outsider, the awkward one. People were like, oh my God, Jason, you're the man. You're hanging out with all these incredible people. You got this great circle of friends. It did not start that way for me. 15 years ago, people didn't know who Jason Calacanis was. I was lobby crashing. I was broke, and I was sitting in the lobby of events trying to sneak into events. Launch Mobile Wearables, you don't have to sneak in. You're my guest if you're a founder. Now, if you're a VC or a big company person, buy a goddamn ticket. Support the event. But this is our philosophy. We want founders to come for free. Go to launchmw.com, apply if you're a founder to come for free. And you know what? If I didn't have Pivotal as a partner sharing the huge bill, hundreds of thousands of dollars to put this event on, I couldn't offer that. So I just want to say personally thank you to my friends at Pivotal for helping me help founders get inside the tent and be insiders and not be held outside, not wondering what's going on in there. I'm just trying to totally, in this last chapter of my career, listen, I'm 44. I just want to shake things up a little bit, break some shit. That's what I do at my events, breaking stuff and letting those outsiders in. So come to launchmw.com, launchmw.com. All right, thank you.